Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video from Modern Dating here.
I don't want to accept divorce because right now my life is not settled.
Okay, it doesn't matter whether you accept it or not. Mr. Jala wants a divorce, and this will move forward in Minnesota courts. So October 15th at 2:30 will be the next hearing date. Maintenance, that he gets the townhome that he has, and that you each get whatever you have in your own name. Are you in agreement with that, Ms. Jala?
No, I'm not going to agree to that because I'm not going to accept divorce because I still want my marriage. So that's why I'm not going to accept divorce for him.
I'm going to say it right off the rip. Again, when usually men initiate divorce, most of the time, must have been a miserable woman.
Well, if somebody wants to get divorced in Minnesota, they get divorced.
But I don't want to get divorced because right now my life is not settled. I'm not working.
So I'm a broke, dusty, musty, crusty. That's why.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not even have a place to stay. And so I cannot accept divorce for him. I can't do it.
Okay, well, do you agree that there's been an irretrievable breakdown?
Breakdown, like?
I think that's too big of a word for her.
Do you believe that your marriage is broken and can't be fixed?
That's what I want to tell him, that we have to fix it. He have to take he have to take this court business from out of court, and we settle it as family. We settle it as husband and wife, as family. Because
he's
right
asking.
now,
All right, you know what? We're gonna go
right
ahead and
now.
stop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order that you file an answer and counter petition. And you're going to have 2 weeks to do that. And if you don't, then I'm going to schedule a hearing and the matter will go by default, meaning Mr. Jala will get what he's asking for. I know that there's an order for protection in place. I also know that there's criminal charges pending. And so I can set this matter for trial on the divorce, and that'll be it.
All left with the child man, because I want him to take the case for in court. So
what's up with the Chinaman?
So we can handle it as husband and wife. Because what?
And he doesn't. Mr. Jala, are you willing to do that?
Right, I'm not willing to do
Hold on,
it.
Mr. Jala, stop.
I'm not willing to do it.
You're on mute.
Did you notice that she isn't letting anyone get a word in? Even the judge.
Well, I mean, she's stuttering the whole way too, so it's kind of hard to get a word in.
Couldn't handle it. She was clearly getting frustrated with the way that woman was acting. She always wants things to go her way, but that's not how life works. And those few minutes alone showed exactly how she deals with things. It might even explain why he's finally done. Life by her side seems to have been quite an interesting journey, and he no longer wants to be part of it.
And you will stay on mute. You cannot interrupt me.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Jala, are you wishing to move forward with a divorce?
Yes.
All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to order that Ms. Jala file an answer and counter petition. She was served via email on... I'm just pulling that up. She was served by email on July 8th. She has 2 weeks to file an answer and counter petition. I'm going to continue this. I'm going to give you a new hearing date. If Ms. Jala does not file an answer and counter petition by that hearing date, then I will proceed by default. And give me a second while I look for a hearing date.
Yeah, shout out to the judge for keeping it straightforward. Just look at her face and attitude. He really think he gonna divorce me?
So, Cody, you really want to go ahead with the divorce?
You continuing to talk to Mr. Jala could be considered a violation of the order for protection.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
He has indicated that that's what he wants. So I'm going to give you a hearing date. And if you don't file an answer and counter petition, I will proceed by default. If you do file an answer and counter petition, we'll have a trial that day on what it is that you're seeking aside from the divorce. Mr.
You know, men aren't like women. We don't use divorce as some kind of tool or test against women. When we say we're going to initiate divorce and we're actually in court initiating divorce, it means we want divorce, lady, not just some kind of test for you to all of a sudden be a better woman or something. No, it's too late. Too damn late.
Mr. Jala has indicated he wants a divorce. So I'm going to have my clerk put everybody on mute while I look for a hearing date. And I can do October 15th at 2:30. Mr. Jala, you can take it off mute and tell me if that works for you. Mr. Jala, you're on mute, so I need you to take it off mute and tell me if October 15th at 2:30 works for you.
Yeah, it works.
All right. And Ms. Jala, does October 15th at 2:30 work for you?
I don't want to accept divorce because right now my life is not settled.
Okay, it doesn't matter whether you accept it or not.
Now it's even more evident why he filed for divorce. She isn't the type of person who listens or accepts things. I can only imagine what life with her must have been like.
I mean, she says she's not working and have no place to stay. She's a broke, dusty, musty crusty that's difficult to deal with.
Even when the judge told her there was nothing she could do to stop her husband from filing, she kept insisting on it, as if the judge hadn't said a word.
Mr. Jala wants a divorce, and this will move forward in Minnesota courts. So October 15th at...
You need the marriage or you need money?
Right?
She can ask her own question and answer it. I feel bad for her. What a sad moment for this young lady. Where is all the Facebook auntie and uncles that was pushing her at the time? I feel so bad for her. She spoke as if she were the one deciding whether he could file. But what makes it even more interesting is her justification for not wanting the divorce.
She's not
Ironically,
ready.
that very reason is exactly why he should go through with it, because it seems like she's more concerned about money than about being his wife. From what she said, it's clear she doesn't want the marriage itself, but rather the financial stability that comes with it.
Yep.
And for some reason, she expected him to be fine with that arrangement. She might have had a better chance of getting him to reconsider if her reasons were rooted in love and the fear of losing him. But since her motivation revolves around finances, there's really no good reason for him to change his mind. At this point, it's obvious she doesn't want a divorce, but that's something she should have addressed with her husband long before it reached the courtroom.
It seems like things are going the gentleman's way, as in he's keeping his house and half of their assets are getting split, amongst themselves. So seems like a big win for the man.
We don't know exactly what happened between them, but it's clear that he's serious. He's done. And there's not much she can do but to accept it. The truth is that some people take their spouses for granted until they finally realize they've reached their breaking point. Even the judge was losing patience. She just couldn't take it anymore.
They told me not to make his lunch. Oh, okay. They told me not to fold his
My
laundry.
girl.
Yeah. They told me not to pay for dates. Okay. Take me through there. Take me through there.
I'm happy for her that she's so proud and happy that she got, proposed to. Like, this is how it should be.
Now, what you talking about? Pack that nigga lunch.
A wife is a wife before she is a wife.
Damn right.
She had me until she paid for dates. So he's the prize? People out here in the comments disagreeing with no ring and just kids and an empty finger. Dating is like applying for a job. Both persons have to do their skill set.
That's right.
They are still in the comments trying to disagree while their finger is empty. We love to see it. Show that ring off.
My girl.
Don't make his lunch. He didn't wife you yet. They finally getting it, Lord. I guess someone just cracked the code. She did the opposite of what most advise, and that's exactly how she managed to get the result she wanted. What many don't realize is that dating is like a preview of what's to come. That's why those who insist they won't do wifely things until they get the ring often end up reducing their chances of earning that title, since most men understand that real wives act like it regardless of the relationship stage. While watching it, I couldn't wait to check the comments because I knew they wouldn't disappoint. As expected, a lot of women didn't like it, especially when she mentioned that she sometimes paid for dates. Many believed that as a woman she shouldn't have done it, and that's exactly where they're wrong.
Like, imagine paying for dates, putting in a little bit of investment. She maybe puts in a couple $100 here and there for the year or the few years that they're together, maybe a couple thousand. The man is going to end up putting in hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions into the relationship, and he's perfectly happy with it. That's the thing that women are just like just going over their heads. The amount that he's willing to invest because you invested very little is a lot.
They don't understand that paying for some dates shows she genuinely cares and is willing to support her spouse, and that's what makes her stand out.
Damn right.
What's most surprising is that many of those criticizing her are probably still single, wishing they could have the same outcome, without realizing that their mindset is likely the very reason they won't.
A man asking me to marry him would be the largest insult to my life. I would be highly insulted if a man asked me to marry him. Like, you met me and talked to me and got to know me and thought that you would choose me as the person you want to cheat on for the rest of your life. It was given that I could be the person to cook for you and clean for you and give you in-house punani all the time. You mean to tell me it was given I'll just let you do whatever the fuck you want and not say anything about it? That's what it was giving?
What do you think a side chick is? You want to be a perpetual side chick? Because you don't get any of the major benefits that marriage has.
I would be flabbergasted. I would be so insulted if a man asked me to marry him, because essentially that is what a man is asking you to do when he's asking you to marry him. He's really getting down on one knee and he's like, I want you to be my wife. AKA, I want you to be the woman that I choose to do my humiliation ritual on, so I can cheat on you. I can potentially abuse you. I can switch up on you. I can impregnate you and leave you for dead.
He can do that without being married to you, lady. What are you talking about?
To raise 1+ children all alone.
This is why it's so important to do your best to show your child what a happy and functional relationship looks like. As we can see, she's simply repeating what she believes a relationship is. And that belief likely comes from the environment she grew up in or from her own past experiences as an adult. Those influences have shaped her mindset. Not long ago, I saw a video of a guy who said that before committing to someone, he needs to understand the kind of household she was raised in and whether she had a present father.
True.
It was later explained that he does this to make sure he chooses the right person, someone who's seen a healthy relationship firsthand. At first, I didn't fully understand his reasoning, but after watching this video, it all made perfect sense.
Pedigree matters. It matters so much, especially in Asian culture. I talked about this quite a bit, how my family will ask about their parents. What did their parents do? What did their grandparents do? What does their whole family do? Because that's their pedigree, right? Not saying that every family member is going to be the same, but when you come from a very good, stable family, and it's a huge, stable family, the chances are going to be just higher that you're going to be a more stable person. It just makes sense that way.
You probably wouldn't think the way she does if she had experienced or seen a happy relationship. And that's the sad part. She's come to associate marriage with something negative, when in reality, this is not what marriage is.
You come to Houston and get a best friend.
You do not own me. You do
I'm not trying to own you.
Yes, but I can have a best friend. I can have guy friends. I can do what I want, as I please, when the fuck I please, how I please to do it. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I feel like you fail to understand. Okay, so I'm going to walk out, and I'm going to go with my best friend.
I guess she didn't understand that he had boundaries, and that's why she seems so confused now. He was clear from the start about what he would and wouldn't accept in a relationship, so at this point it's really up to her to decide what she wants. It looks like she has been dealing with simps, that's why she thinks most of us would accept that kind of dynamic in our relationship. It's completely fine if she wants to live her life however she chooses. Nobody is stopping her, but it definitely won't be while standing next to a man who knows his worth. The thing is, she wants to be in a relationship but still act like she's single. And that kind of dynamic doesn't sit well with confident men who know themselves.
It's just sad that women experience certain things and see certain things and they just think that's how it is. But I guess that's kind of human nature, right? Because I've talked to quite a few men that just thought all women were kind of this one way because those are the only women they kind of experienced. And then they move to a different state, they move to a different country, and then they experience outside of the norm and they're like, oh, there's other women out there. Oh, there's better women out there. I guess women just need to kind of experience more relationships or more better relationships. They only seem to gravitate towards the Kim Kardashian, the people that live that Instagram lifestyle. They never see the people with actually great relationships. You know, maybe grandparents, aunts, uncles, somewhere along the lines, they just never seen it. So they don't even know what the hell it looks like. And it's sad. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.